Welcome to NewsOK TV. I'm Dave Morris.
And I'm Angi. Every week we'll be giving you a glimpse of the videos that we produce on NewsOK.
We cover everything from news to entertainment to sports.
And we're excited to show you. Let's get started.
The Devon Tower has been dedicated and we were there for the ceremony.
You gotta love progress. And speaking of, check out OKC Central with the Oklahoman Steve Blackmeyer. He finds out how Bricktown is growing and flourishing.
We started working on this project more than 2 years ago. And this really is a monumental event to have gotten to this stage, to this groundbreaking. We want to say a profound thank you to the hundreds and probably thousands of people that have worked on this project to get it to the point where it is now. Almost 40 years ago, we started Devon, my father and I and 4 employees, with a few offices on 1 floor in 1 building. We gradually expanded to a floor, then a few more floors, and then a few more buildings. And we're now at 1,800 employees and contractors located in 5 different buildings scattered across downtown. As Devon has grown, Oklahoma City has grown and prospered too. The city has grown and matured, helped immensely by MAPS and the various MAPS programs. I can say honestly that if MAPS had not happened, Devon would probably not be here, because we would not be able to attract the kinds of employees we need to attract to get them to move from other cities around this country if Oklahoma City were not an attractive place to be.
When you look around the country, there are a lot of skylines that have half-finished buildings, and there's no work currently being constructed. I mean, the economy in a lot of markets is really, really tough, and people have had to abandon projects that had best intentions. And it's my understanding that this building is the largest development anywhere in the world that's coming out of the ground today.
Hi, Steve Blackmeyer here with another edition of OKC Central. Today we're visiting again with Jim Cowan, Director of the Bricktown Association. Jim, thanks for joining us again.
Glad to be here. Fun day.
Well, you know, we've been seeing the Banjo Museum open up, and we're seeing a lot of new attractions opening up in Bricktown. You got the candy store. We've seen some more restaurants, a couple clubs. Are we seeing a more diverse array of attractions here in Bricktown? What's to come?
Well, hopefully more things like the Banjo Museum. And, you know, just a few weeks ago, the ACM opened up across the street. And what we're seeing is that people don't look at Bricktown anymore as just a place where there's restaurants and nightclubs, but they're truly seeing it for what we want to continue to grow it as, and that's as a complete entertainment district and even residential. So the history of today being the opening day of the Banjo Museum, I think it's something we'll look back upon for many years to come.
Well, what are we seeing from the Academy of Contemporary Music? Are we seeing more students walking around, or what?
It's the neatest sight in the world, and I've been in restaurants at lunch, and students walk in and they're carrying their musical instruments, and it just puts smiles on people's faces because, you know, they're looking at Bricktown as a campus where they go to school. And so now we're trying to figure out how we can really work together, and so we're trying to make students aware of what jobs are available down here in Bricktown. We're looking at special ways where they can park. I think that's been handled. And even more importantly, what we're doing is we're continuing to grow in terms of musical significance, not just for Oklahoma City and Oklahoma, but, you know, with the ACM and now the Banjo Hall of Fame, I mean, internationally.
Now, a year or two ago, we were hearing reports the Mickey Mantle family was in talks with the Red Hawks, possibly doing a museum in Bricktown. What happened to that?
Talks are still going on. I know it's something that we'd love to see in Bricktown, and sometimes these things happen quickly and sometimes it takes a while, and unfortunately it seems to be that negotiations are still going on, but things aren't happening as quickly as we'd like to see. But the other significance of the Banjo Museum opening up is, okay, what's next? Because they're kind of paving the way as the first museum in Bricktown. And there's the Toy and Action Museum down in Pauls Valley that we would love to see in Bricktown, as well as some other museums even here in the metro area that I think have shown some interest. So our goal with the Bricktown Association is to continue to help this area grow, develop, and prosper so that businesses want to relocate here.
All right, well, thank you, Jim, for joining us. For all your latest downtown development news, visit my blog, okccentral.com. For all your latest news, weather, sports, and business information, visit NewsOK.com. And for all your restaurant listings, festivities, WIMGO. Hundreds of downtown buildings were torn down during the 1970s heyday of urban renewal. But there's a reason that the Criterion Theater stands out as a particularly bitter moment among old-timers in this city. The theater was built at 118 West Main in 1921, prior to the advent of talkies. The theater originally had seating for 1,650 people and was a virtual palace with its French-style lobby and Art Deco mezzanine. The theater was the last to go as urban renewal raised the block in 1973 for construction of the Sheraton Century Center Hotel M Plaza. The largely empty plaza and garage now stands on the former theater site. These photos and more can be purchased through Pictopia at NewsOK.
Well, Angi, can the items in your refrigerator make you age faster?
Yeah.
The answer coming up.
If you're like me, you meet yourself coming and going. I need a way to stay informed that works with my lifestyle. That's what I get with digital delivery of the Oklahoman. It's fast and easy to use. I get all the news from the print edition, plus access to the past 7 days whenever, wherever I want. You can't beat it.
Your newspaper has evolved. Log on to thenewOklahoman.com to try digital delivery completely free for 15 days.
When you're as busy as I am, it's hard to keep up. Digital delivery of the Oklahoman keeps things simple.
Welcome to the big leagues of high school sports. Varsity, NewsOK's new high school sports page, featuring the best high school sports coverage anywhere. Varsity dedicates experienced reporters to all the local schools from Edmond to Norman, and everyone and anyone from Goodwell to Idabel. And Varsity allows you to join the coverage. Upload your photos, join the discussion with the Oklahoman's reporters on their blogs, and follow the Twitter feed and live scoreboards. NewsOK's new high school sports page, Varsity, the best high school sports coverage anywhere.
NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
Hello, everybody. I'm Wayne from the band The Flaming Lips, and I'm here today to talk to you about something that may change your life. It's WIMGO.com. WIMGO uses magical search engine technology. Isn't that great? If it's happening in Oklahoma, you'll find it on WIMGO.com. It rocks.
Do you know your real age? What you eat can determine a lot of that. Here's a look at what one keynote speaker said at the recent health fair put on by Leadership Oklahoma. Hey, it's Angie with NewsOK. I'm here with Cheryl Jones, who is our Passion for Food columnist for the Oklahoman. We're here at the Cox Convention Center for Leadership Oklahoma's Health Fair and Conference. Now, we just interviewed a keynote speaker. Tell us about this.
We talked with Dr. Michael Roizen, and you, our readers, may know of him as the doctor who appears on Oprah frequently, and of course Discovery Health with Dr. Oz, his partner in health, or in improving and raising the bar on our personal health. And he had a lot of great suggestions, and particularly some about food choices that we should make to make us healthier.
I know. Let's check it out.
The real reason it's important is it's important for the individual because they get to control how long and how well they live, if they live with a high quality or not. But it's important for our society because it's the only way we can be competitive for jobs. We spend twice as much as Europe because we have twice the chronic disease. It's not the individual episodes are more expensive, it's that we have twice the episodes. And 4 things, physical inactivity, food choices and portion size, tobacco and stress, control over 75% of those chronic diseases. The food turns on your genes, certain genes that make us older or give us the effect of aging. We call them, in fact, the DAF2 family of genes. You don't have to know why that is. And the ones that make you younger, like you get from healthy fats and from whole grains, are called DAF16 or sweet 16 because they keep you younger. I've written 9 New York Times bestsellers, 4 number ones. So I'm proud of the 4 number ones. And Mehmet and I have this mission, if you will, of trying to get books that not only tell you why it is you should do this and what to do, everyone knows what to do, but is to give you those emotional insights that grab you so that you will change. Basically, you've got to know you get a do-over in life and you get to control your genes. Your genes are not, in fact, controlling you. You're not the victim of your genes. In fact, your genes are the victim of your choices. So we get to change how we live life and the quality of our life and the quality of our illnesses, if you will, by our choices. And there's small choices that make a huge difference. So going for nuts instead of chips, huge difference in its effect on you, little difference in how you feel about that choice. The problem with the in moderation is it says that we should all be typical. Well, the typical American is, 40 pounds overweight and dies of heart disease or cancer. That's not the way we have to be. So in moderation is something that actually bothers me a great deal because you'd love to say it. It's such a neat phrase, right? And it's totally wrong. You know, people say, I'm obese because my parents were obese, or I will have breast cancer because my mom did. Whether you turn on or off those genes is to a large degree under your control, and that's the message.
Oklahoma City Thunder making a great impact on our city. And the Thunder Girls are a big part of that as well. Recently, they took their dance overseas.
You know, the Thunder is so much more than just basketball. The Thunder Girls were recently chosen to go to London to participate in the 5 United Tour. Here's a little bit of their experience.
When Sabrina had asked the 6 of us to go to London, I actually thought she was joking, and so it was a really good opportunity to jump on board and say, yes, definitely, let's go. And for the Thunder, it was a new experience for all of us, really.
Well, first, it's an honor to be representing our dance team and our Thunder organization at an NBA tour in London. We did the 5 Adidas United Tour, and basically the girls were there to promote Adidas, the NBA, and of course specifically the Thunder organization, Oklahoma City. So they were involved in a commercial shoot with a couple of the players that they had out there from the Nets and the Trailblazers. And then really it was a 5-on-5 basketball tournament the whole weekend. So they're involved with performing and throwing out giveaways and being judges for different on-court events that they had, from dunking and different things like that, but the girls did a great job representing.
We did get to tour a little bit, kind of be sightseers and kind of see the town of London, so that was also really exciting. But what we did is we were part of the 5 United Tour that Adidas put on, and so we really got to perform, do some dancing, cheering on the sidelines, just kind of show people what the Oklahoma City Thunder is while we were there.
I've been on several tours with the NFL and the NBA, and I was telling the girls, I feel a little spoiled out here in London. The girls did work hard, again, dancing and performing and interacting with the fans at these events, but they got to have a whole day off where they got to tour, they got to see Piccadilly Circus and some of the different palaces, and of course do what girls do best, shop and eat at great restaurants. So with the 4 days that we were there, they did a really good job of being able to see a little bit of London, which was nice.
Definitely the people there are very welcoming, very encouraging to us as far as come on in and be a part of this. So we really felt special while we were there. They really treated us really well.
And when we come back, soothing sounds from a local artist.
Welcome to the big leagues of high school sports. Varsity, NewsOK's new high school sports page. Featuring the best high school sports coverage anywhere, Varsity dedicates experienced reporters to all the local schools from Edmond to Norman, and everyone and anyone from Goodwill to Idabel. And Varsity allows you to join the coverage. Upload your photos, join the discussion with the Oklahoman's reporters on their blogs, and follow the Twitter feed and live scoreboards. NewsOK's new high school sports page. Varsity, the best high school sports coverage anywhere.
NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
Angie, when the roads are slick, what's the one question you ask your coworkers?
Well, Dave, I'll probably ask him, how is it out there and when can I go home?
NewsOK provides innovative weather coverage, using the internet the way you use the internet.
During storms, we offer live streaming video, Twitter feeds, live chats and blogs, and text alerts.
NewsOK uses many platforms to inform.
We also allow you to become the state's largest network of storm spotters. Even upload your own pictures.
NewsOK.com. It's innovative and is changing the rules.
See ya.
NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
If you're like me, you meet yourself coming and going. I need a way to stay informed that works with my lifestyle. That's what I get with digital delivery of the Oklahoman. It's fast and easy to use. I get all the news from the print edition, plus access to the past 7 days whenever, wherever I want. You can't beat it.
Your newspaper has evolved. Log on to thenewOklahoman.com to try digital delivery completely free for 15 days.
When you're as busy as I am, it's hard to keep up. Digital delivery of the Oklahoman keeps things simple.
NewsOK has a new mobile website, and it works with any internet-enabled cell phone. So you can take NewsOK with you anywhere. View the full articles, look at the photos, all while munching on lunch. And something I'm interested in, videos. Now you can watch NewsOK videos no matter where you roam. Smartphones, choose NewsOK Mobile.
Updated look, easy navigation, videos, NewsOK Mobile. Dial into NewsOK's award-winning content, now on your web-enabled cell phone. NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
You know, Dave, George Lang and Tanner Harriet produce a great segment called Static, which features a variety of bands. Erin Austin from Denton, Texas is a singer-songwriter. She calls her music organic pop.
I'm George Lang, and this is Static. My guest today, Erin Austin, is a Denton-based singer-songwriter whose song You Let Me Down is up for a John Lennon Songwriting Award. She's currently working with members of Midlake on her debut album, which is set to be completed this summer, and she's performing today with her husband, Rob Gunger, on the Fender Rhodes. This is Erin Austin.
This year I wanted to start applying for some more festivals, so I submitted to South by Southwest, and then after that I was like, why don't I just submit like once a week to something, anything, and I don't know, you get a lot of no's in this business, so I wasn't surprised if I got lots of no's, but maybe if I submitted once a week, once in a while, I'd get a yes. So my brother-in-law, David, was telling me how he was going to submit for this songwriting contest, the John Lennon Songwriting Contest. So I submitted mine, and then he ended up on the side just submitting like a gospel song, and what was it? You know, a couple months later, he got a phone call. You won the John Lennon Songwriting Competition for gospel, and then I went and checked my messages, and I had a missed call from them that I had won for pop. And so surprisingly, there are two of us in the John Lennon Songwriting Competition this year that are related. I don't know if that's ever happened before, but I started playing when I was 4. I started piano lessons when I was 4. I don't know, I took it the way a lot of kids take it. They just, you know, go to lessons to get the stickers, you know, for doing their assignments. And I didn't take it too seriously, but I always loved to sing, and I would, you know, make up songs, run around the house, and sing these, you know, whatever I was thinking of that day. And I think I wrote my first real song, like sat down, wrote it on paper. I was 9, and I sang it for my dad in the living room of our house, and I mean, just, you know, belting it out, and my dad, you know, so proud of me. And I had a big influence from country music because my dad liked that style of music, and he played guitar, so he would, you know, sit around the house playing guitar and singing songs. I mean, he also liked the Beatles, and but the way that he sang was a little bit country sounding, and so I think I just associated singing with a country accent, and so that's what I did. I was a little girl from upstate New York who talked like a girl from upstate New York and then sang with a country accent. I mean, I wanted to study musical theater is what I really was hoping to do. I loved to write, and I loved, you know, to sing, but they didn't even have a musical theater degree at ORU, so I opted for classical voice because that's what I had been studying since I was 12, so it was something I was comfortable with, and I could keep doing it. But I really wanted to learn, you know, music theory and the mechanics behind what I was hearing in my head. Like I said earlier, there's like a big separation between, you know, my classical voice and theory and study, and like the little kid that ran around the house singing songs she was making up in her head, and so I think marrying the two of those after college was my challenge. I think I write sad songs easily, and I tried to incorporate some happy songs in there, but for whatever reason they come out, and it deals with a lot of what I was dealing with in the last year. You know, it's moving around a lot. It's, you know, trying to figure out what home feels like or where home is. There's also, you know, a lot of songs about death. My grandpa died, so, you know, there's songs about dealing with that, and, you know, like, oh my gosh, I would love to have, you know, that kind of sound, but I think my leanings are a little bit more pop. My lyrics are a little, I don't use a lot of metaphors, and so I think, like, I'm pretty straightforward in the lyrics that I say and stuff. So I think I'm hoping that, you know, all their musical tastes, since most of them are involved in some facet, I hope that they influence it. Yeah, I really do, because they're pretty amazing. And I like the idea of an organic feel. I don't know, I mean, how organic and pop really work together, but I'm hoping that they do for this.
All right, from one form of entertainment to another, when we come back, the Oklahoman's food dude, Dave Cathy, shows you where to tailgate in Stillwater and in Norman. NewsOK has a new mobile website, and it works with any internet-enabled cell phone. So you can take NewsOK with you anywhere. View the full articles, look at the photos, all while munching on lunch. And something I'm interested in, videos. Now you can watch NewsOK videos no matter where you roam. Smartphones, choose NewsOK Mobile.
Updated look, easy navigation, videos, NewsOK Mobile. Dial into NewsOK's award-winning content, now on your web-enabled cell phone. NewsOK, Oklahoma's website. NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
Dave, it is game time.
Angi, NewsOK is covering OU and OSU football from all the angles.
With photos, videos, live chats, blogs, and text alerts.
From coaches, players, predictions, and analysis.
With the most sports reporters covering the games.
So you'll never miss a thing.
Stay with NewsOK for your team's latest news.
Powered by the Oklahoman. NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
All right, Angie, before the football game starts, you need to know where to feed your taste buds. Here's a different take on steak. Tokyo Pot in Stillwater brings the food to you, and then you cook it at the table. Now, if you're down in Norman looking for a place to tailgate, well, try Monique's Corner. That's some great Caribbean-style food.
Konnichiwa. I'm Dave Cathy, the food dude, or the food dude san, here at Tokyo Pot in Stillwater, Oklahoma, for a very unique experience, the Shabu Shabu experience, right here in Stillwater. Let's go check it out.
It's a Japanese version of steakhouse. So if you go to Japan, if you find a steakhouse, let's say you dated like 100 years back, and you go to Japan, you say, I want a steakhouse. They'll send you to Shabu Shabu restaurant, not any regular steakhouse.
Well, Shabu Shabu is created actually is to, when you're done with work, you want to have dinner and you want to chat. So that's when you eat Shabu Shabu, because you're not ordering from kitchen and then the food is calm and that's it. But this is the experience, is actually cooking your food yourself, and after that have a break, drink some sake bomb like Dean said, and have fun, and after that chit chat and then start cooking again.
The word shabu shabu technically is the sound effect you get from swirling the meat around the pot. In English term or description, it's hot pot basically.
When you cook it, it doesn't take long to cook it. Like for example, shrimp probably just take 30 seconds, and after that beef is actually 3 seconds, and chicken probably 5 to 10 seconds. So it's pretty fast. And after that there's some dipping sauce that you can mix it. There's some garlic, there's some onions, and just mix it the way you like it. And even, that's why I asked you earlier, if you like spicy, just go with spicy. We can make you sweat, we can make you cry.
Well, to be honest with you, in Japan, shabu shabu original started out with, they serve nothing but ribeye and pork. They don't fashion any seafood or anything like that. But as times change, people demand more. People's taste got a little bit more sophisticated. So that's why there's a lot of like variety of seafood and veggie got involved.
Basically, it's just like, as you see in the Food Network, people right now is more open to the food. I mean, they want to try new things, so that's the thing that I'm trying to bring it up. Because as I said earlier, Japanese food, it used to be just teriyaki chicken, sushi, katsu, tempura. That is just, you know, people will get bored with that over and over, so we try to get new things. Most people, that first time they come here, they ask, I don't cook at home. Well, now you do.
So it's cooking lessons.
Yeah, it's cooking lesson, and it's as simple as just 1, 2, 3 steps.
We're down here in Norman today visiting Monique's Corner, on Campus Corner. It's your tailgate alternative. Game day comes, weather's looking bad, you're tired of hot dogs, come check out Aura and Jose. They've got Caribbean food from all around Central America, South America, Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago. Check it out.
I brought to Norman a new flavor. They don't know about it. It's a new flavor from the Caribbean and South America. Well, Caribbean food is a mix of too many cultures. We have a lot of influence from Spain, a lot of influence from India. So it's just a mix of too many cultures together. Yes, this is our first restaurant, and we just decide to open our own business. We both like to cook, and we decide to make the restaurant. It's a wonderful experience. I love to talk to the people, my customers. They are like my family. I love my customers. They're wonderful, and it's been a wonderful experience, really. Being a new flavor to Oklahoma is been wonderful.
The last video we have for you this week is our weekly Wendy with Wimgo. Try saying that 5 times fast. Well, she'll help us wrap up our show this week.
And she gives you a heads up on things going on around the metro.
Wimgo! Hey Oklahoma, I'm Wendy with Wimgo, and here's what's happening this week. Visit Wimgo today and register for your chance to win 2 VIP tickets or 2 general admission tickets to the U2 360-degree concert in Norman on October 18th. Winners will be announced October 14th. It's the time of year to get scared at frightening events around the city. Check out Fright Fest at Frontier City every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or visit the Bricktown Haunted Warehouse daily until the end of the month. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Join thousands of others to help find a cure for the disease by participating in the Race for the Cure this Saturday at the Bricktown Ballpark. Join us on the Wimgo Bus Express to Texas Motor Speedway on Sunday, November 8th for the Dickies 500. For only $159, you can enjoy round-trip transportation as well as lunch, a ticket for the race located on Turn 1, and a VIP pit access. Visit wimgo.com/NASCAR for more information and to order tickets. Details on these and many more events can be found by visiting wimgo.com. I'm Wendy with Wimgo. Have a great week.
Wimgo! That's it for this week. You can find all these videos and much more on NewsOK.
We'll be back with more videos next week. See ya.